Hello, welcome this morning again. It's another beautiful day. Live here at the newspaper stand where we give you analysis of what is going on in Nigeria, especially within the political space, by giving you some of the newspaper headlines. Let me start here with the Sun this morning. If you look at the topmost headline here, they say Fintiri wins Adama Guba election as heads continue to roll. He pulls a vote of 430,788 to defeat the APC, his APC counterpart of who garnered 390,788 votes. Then also IGP removes police commissioner INEC as IGP to investigate and prosecute the wreck in the states. Of course, it has been almost a 1 month tussle in Adamawa State over the governorship election, and the rerun happened. The result has been announced, and of course, congratulations to Fintiri for emerging as the winner of the state after what seems to be a very fierce and tough battle. Let's look at down here. This is Aljuzo Kalu. You know that he lost his wife some weeks ago, so some persons coming to give him a condolence kind of visit here. Scores of bandit vigilantes kidnap victims killed in Niger gun duel. That's a sad one for the country. Up here is saying Buhari to commission second Niger bridge before May 29, says Gambari. That's the chief of staff to the president. Let's look at the Punch this morning. The Punch is saying Fintiri floors Binani, INEC takes Rex case to Buhari. That's what's happening.
That means PDP won Adamawa governor election.
Yeah, PDP has won Adamawa governor election.
So the next action now is that Nigeria are looking for the outcome now is this Tinubu APC and Atiku Waziri PDP and Obi LP. The final judgment at Court of Appeal
yes.
likely next week.
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
Due to my own vast experience in presidential election petition, judgment must not to be lasted more than 2 weeks. If it's more than 2 weeks, it has become hearing. So it's up to the president of Court of Appeal now to urgently give the final judgment of the Tinubu, Jagaba and Atiku and Obi LP to give the final judgment. Nigeria can know the way forward before May 29.
Before May 29, actually,
so we can know the exact direction of the president that will fix Nigeria.
Yeah, actually, you see,
that will give Nigeria fundamental human rights and dividends of democracy.
Yes, what really happened?
Nigerian problem indeed is still worse leadership, worse management, tribal, ethnic, religious palaver. So food drink, 5 people supposed to eat and drink, 1 person is eating it and drinking it. So Nigeria need a serious change. Our fatal problem is still worse leadership, worse management. So it's up to president of Court of Appeal now. Yeah, to decide to come to his sense and look at Nigerian situation. There is a fatal situation of a social crisis, unemployment, youth and no empowerment, fatal poverty in the country, no money in circulation in the country. So the president of Court of Appeal should think very well. Very well. It's the only way forward now because Nigerian government that will provide leaders that will give Nigerian dividends of democracy.
Actually, what Nigerians we are looking at in this Adamawa election was to see how transparent INEC could be, because what happened in Adamawa seems to be INEC trying to salvage the integrity which Nigerians earlier before now, due to the conduct of the February 25th election.
Adamawa is Waziri PDP of Atiku State. Me are looking at things now. I think Atiku, it will be interesting for Atiku now. It will be fine. It will be happy for him that winning his state. So he boasts his morale now. That means, you know, to be president is from God. If God's destiny you are going to be president, nobody can stop you. If billions of people say you are not going to be president, if Allah God approve it, you will be president, nobody can stop you. Allah is Maya Shah. He give his power to whom he will. He give his word to whom he will. So now, this winning of PDP in Adamawa now to ginger Atiku's power
is a good one for him.
Maybe he may have chances. Maybe president of Court of Appeal might give outright cancellation of election, and maybe the president of Court of Appeal can uphold Tinubu Jagaba of APC to just move into Aso Rock to start his governance and prepare for the May 29 swearing in. So let's see how it's going to go.
Let's see how it's going to be. Thank you so much. You got that analysis by this man who has given his own take. Of course, Nigerians are looking out to see that INEC do the right thing as long as the 2023 electioneering time is concerned. But let's look at the Punch also. Up here is saying striking workers begin airport shutdown next week. You can find that on page 12 of the paper. Shells remove 460 illegal connection on Trans-Niger pipeline. The National Assembly leadership APC working committee awaits Tinubu Adamu's meeting. You can find that on page 8 of the paper. Also, the victory of Fintiri seems to be covering almost all the pages, major pages of the paper. Let's look at here again. It's saying Fintiri floors Binani. INEC takes Rex case to Buhari. That's in page 2 of the paper. It's a Fintiri pulls 430, 861 vote to defeat APC candidate and 13 others. PDP supporters jubilate. I didn't pay 2 billion for declaration, says Binani has court rejects request to stop result. INEC asks Secretary to the federal government to report wreck to Buhari. IG orders Gombe CP to oversee Adama post security. Of course, you can see Binani coming out to deny the allegations that she gave out 2 billion naira to the wreck in Adama State. But she's coming out to deny that, saying she has no business with that. Let's look at Vanguard also. It says, at last, INEC declares Fintiri winner. At last. Yes, it has been a tough battle in Adamawa State, but at last, Fintiri got back his mandate as governor re-elected in Adamawa State. Okay, down here, my family conspired against me. Voted Peter Obi. That's David Umahi coming to say. I mean, this seems to be like beating a dead horse right now. David Umahi, the governor of Akwa Ibom, coming out to say that my family conspired against me. So his family, while he was in the APC, his family was obedient. He said they conspired against him and they voted Peter Obi. I wonder how the drama would have been. I mean, coming to tell him, maybe they were having some dinner or table talk, and then they told you, Daddy, we never voted for your party, but we voted for the candidate of the Labour Party. It's interesting drama, isn't it? All right. So let's come to Daily Trust. Fintiri wins Adama governorship election. Of course, that has been in the major headlines. We are all winners. That's what the governor says. He said INEC sees prosecution of Rag. Binani also denying the 2 billion allegation that she gave to the electoral umpire. Let's look at the blueprint. Also is saying Binani loses bid to the first female governor. Fintiri emerges Adama governor-elect. Of course, this would have been an opportunity we have not had since the inception of democracy in 1999. We've not had a female governor. The last time it was to be Mama Taraba, who was to, I mean, coming to the verge of getting what seems to me like a trophy. She loses that to a man. Right now, also, it is playing out in Adamawa State. Then she also loses that opportunity of becoming the first female governor. How interesting that would have been. We've had a deputy governor, would have also had a taste of what a female governor would have been. But there it is. She loses that to a male governorship candidate. Then let's look at here, APC candidate. Okay, we've read that in some of the paper. Let's look at Tribune also. It said with 32,073 voters margin, Fintiri floors Binani. Last time it was within this range, 36, 31,000. This time around, still within the range, 32,000 naira. I mean, vote, I beg your pardon, out there. So INEC declares him winner, governor-elect in Adamawa State. Then INEC seeks prosecution of Adamawa Reg rise to IGP and SGF, that's Secretary to the federal government. Subsidy remove best economic decision to reduce Nigerians' debt. That's coming from LCCI. You can see that on page 6 of the paper. And also here, 8 kidnapped female student of Kaduna school escaped from terrorist den. That's on page 26 of the paper. 8 female students. Those I mean, the tough ones for Nigerians. I mean, how they were able to escape is so interesting. But you can read all of that on page 26 of the paper. Okay, let's come to leadership. Ararome lawyers expert raised concern on NLPCL stability. If you look at in the earlier paper, when we saw in the Nations, he has been reinstated as the boss of NNPC, and a damage of about 5 billion was paid to him. But So again, 42 days ago, FG launches 5-year strategy internal security plan. This sounds interesting. Just about 42 days to leave the government, the federal government, they are launching a 5-year strategic, what they call strategic security plan. So interesting to see that it looks like like a continuity, and that is what it is, the language out there. But let's tell you what the Guardian is saying. This also is all eyes on judiciary as Nigerians await hearing of election petitions in less than a week. We'll be hearing all the election petitions in the country. You know that the PDP, of course, have a case in court dismissing the fact that the APC won the election, the Labour Party also, and other political parties. But Nigerians are looking at, remember that the Adamawa election was looking like what Nigerians said, let's look, there was a keen interest on the election. Nigerians were saying if the election, I don't know if it was upturned to favor the woman, because there were clear indication that Fintiri was winning. It would have been for them what would be like their suspicion being confirmed. So now Nigerians are saying, thank God that INEC were able to salvage what looks like an integrity on their own part by declaring Fintiri the winner of the election. So we're looking out to see. Then also here, Fintiri is laughing here. Fintiri laughs last. Reckless wreck faces persecution. Then court voice Olomo's parks and garage revalidates return. Yes, let's just round up by the business news this morning. Nigerian used 96% of revenue to service debt. That's World Bank saying that 96% of our revenue used to service debt is a very huge one for the country. Yes, and also we're seeing here Lagos Pro Tribunal orders substituted service on Governor Sanwo-Olu. So a lot have been said here. Okay, let's just give it this day. Also, this day is saying that after foiling a brazen electoral coup, INEC declares Fintiri re-elected. All right, and this is the face of Ojuzo Kalu. You know that he was bereaved of his wife some weeks ago, and some persons coming to pay him what seems like a condolence visit. We're going to wrap up today's paper headlines here. I am Austin Beatrice Sunam. You can get any of the papers and go through them to get more information. Austin Beatrice Sunam, and this is 7 TV. God bless Nigeria.